Hello, everybody. I'm super excited to welcome you at our favorite format. We are BookMark, and you are with BookMark Presents Ask Us Anything About LinkedIn. Today, I'm double super excited because we have a special guest. That's Adina Jipa from Social Insider. She is going to join us for a lovely conversation with Alex. My name is Didi. Together here with us, we see Teddy and Emo. And let's dive into LinkedIn topics, everything you want to know about LinkedIn. Ask your questions in the comments, or if you're listening to this on the podcast, why not leave a comment or email us with your feedback. So let's dive right into our special guest topic, which is something very, very curious. Alex, what is it? Can you tell us?
Hey guys, thanks to all the live viewers. Of course, hello and welcome to our podcast listeners. Adina, welcome to you especially. I've been following not just Social Insider, but you as well on LinkedIn for maybe over 3 years now. And I love the content you guys create. Plus, I love the content marketing strategy you have. So, one of the main pillars that I particularly enjoy is the reason you are here with us today. And thank you for joining us in such short notice since the 2025 LinkedIn benchmarks report that we're going to talk about right now has been issued just today, and you were pretty amazing. Received pretty fast our invitation, so welcome. First, of course, tell us a little bit about Social Insider, and of course about the LinkedIn benchmark report as well.
Hi everyone. Hi Alex. Thank you so much for having me. Social Insider is social media competitive analysis, social media analytics for digital marketers. We usually do this type of reports, social media benchmarks with a big breakdown for every platform, and we just released the LinkedIn engagement benchmark report for 2025, where we analyzed 1 million of LinkedIn posts. And I think this is an amazing guide for everyone who wants to build or to consolidate their strategy on LinkedIn. Right now, LinkedIn is basically, I think, the most engaging platform that we have. It's the level of engagement for the B2B brands has surpassed the TikTok, which was in the beginning the most engaging platform, and now we have LinkedIn. The growth on LinkedIn and the engagement on LinkedIn has increased by 30% year over year. So, and the engagement right now stands at 5%, the engagement per post. So I think that right now the numbers show that this is the platform that generates the highest engagement for brands, for B2B brands. In terms of content strategy, we have the multi-image post and the native post that are generating the most are generating a higher engagement rate, and followed by videos, which is quite new. The engagement on video right now is stays at 5.6%, which is quite a good engagement rate compared with the engagement for Reels, for example, on Instagram, or the engagement on TikTok, which they don't have this number. We also observe that polls are generated higher numbers of impressions, and 1 out of every 3 brand posts include links. So all of this, you can dive in on socialinsider.io/social media benchmarks, and you can download the report that Alex just shared right here, and dive into the data.
Yeah, of course, we will share the link with our viewers, and in the podcast note. Uh, you have already mentioned some of the current trends on LinkedIn. Uh, what is different in this edition of the LinkedIn Benchmarks report?
We
Have you
we
added some other parts like fragments? We saw opinions by B2B marketers. What else can
Yeah,
we see there?
yeah. We noticed that in terms of usage of, in terms of volume of posts, videos are gaining, are increasing by 8% compared with the last year. So brands are starting to creating more videos. Not so many, but there is an increase. Polls actually. Brands are publishing 2 times more polls on LinkedIn. So maybe they notice that they get a pretty good numbers in terms of impressions, in terms of content, and that's why I started to use these content formats and also text posts. So you if you follow some B2B brands like, I don't know, let's say Monzo, Social Insider, or HubSpot, you can see that their content strategy is represented most of the time by text posts. And it seems that across all industries in the B2B sphere, um, this content format has increased by 18%. So it seems that some things are changing in terms of content formats, but don't forget to also to include multi-image and native documents, which are still the most engaging. So think of this or as a mix of what type of a mix of content formats. Don't focus on just only one content format. Include single image, include text post, include links, of course, because you have to promote the things that you are selling and the services that you are promoting. But don't just use only one single format. And we noticed that um, videos are gaining traction on LinkedIn. So maybe as you noticed, there are some individuals that are creating more and more videos, but also companies are sharing some sort of short form videos on LinkedIn as well. So keep in mind that, and maybe uh, keep updated with the algorithm changes from LinkedIn, because right now they are pushing more and more videos. So um, include these content formats in your content as well, because it seems that there is an increasing trend line in the usage for this content video for this content format. Sorry.
I really love it that you mentioned the balance between formats. Since over the years, I've seen probably thousands of active users who are focusing on one format only, and pages companies as well. One or two formats, even though LinkedIn has almost a dozen different approaches that you can use. Um, what is your perfect format, preferred favorite format for your personal content?
For my personal content are text posts. So I think I have around 8K of followers on LinkedIn right now, and for the individuals, the text formats are generating um, much more comments and much more impressions. But also I shared some videos, and I got some impressions, a really high number of impressions. But I'm still the most insights and the conversations are happening with text posts in my case. So that's why I think I have 4 out of 5 posts per week, text post, only text, and then insert some images or carousels. Because for me as an individual, I'm more interested to have a conversation with the audience that I have on LinkedIn, because it generates content ideas, partnerships, partnership like this one. Through the comments, I met Alex, and that's why I'm here today. So um, for me, it's important to have comments, and that's why I use this content format. But for other people, maybe impressions is more relevant for, I don't know, to get speakers for conferences, the people that are working as consultants. In their case, maybe videos are working better than text posts. But usually I have this mix of 3 or 4 posts per week are includes only text.
We spoke a bit about the formats. Which are the topics that are currently on the rise? I'm not sure whether you have it in the benchmarks report, but you have analyzed over a million,
1 million, yes.
yeah, LinkedIn posts. So, are there any topics that are trending and that are surprisingly trending, other than AI and probably Ghibli Studio right now?
Yeah, we have a feature which is named AI content pillars, which basically show you for every page you add into the Social Insider dashboard, the content segments for that page. And over the year, I noticed that people want and engage more with industry news and original research across major B2B industries. So it seems that, as Alex said, when we have AI and we don't know which one is true or false, it seems that people are looking for research and for industry news. They want to make sure that they have the right information. Um, Also, there is a trend on LinkedIn with employee content, but authentic employee content and not content forced by PR department or the social media. People want to share people authentic content from the people that are passionate about their job, and they want to share the stories, the struggles they have, and sometimes they insert a smooth insertion to the product or the services that they are selling. So this type of content is working in terms of employee, and not a guide that's coming from the PR. And also transparency posts from the C-level people, how they operate, their challenges. We see that people want to see the story behind the B2B brands. Of course, we have memes, we have trends, and for some B2B brands, they can be a great fit. So make sure that you um, leave space in your calendar to insert this type of events. And multi-image posts from conferences, events, shared what you learn and what's next for that event. I think these are the topics that right now are getting traction on LinkedIn for the B2B.
Really insightful, and of course, once again, guys, if you have comments, we have Adina with us for a few more minutes, so please um, ask your questions in the comments. Uh, Adina, what's in Social Insider's pipeline for the next month?
Yeah, so I think right now every founder is talking about AI, so everything AI. But now we have the option to add any data set ChatGPT or Claude or any AI you use. So why not bring this option into the Social Insider dashboard? So our plan for this year is to expand these AI content pillars that we have for pages and to release industry content pillars and showcase how much of these content pillars you use as a brand and how much traction you get compared with your industry. In terms of predictive analytics, we want to launch an executive summary, AI summary. Basically, there was a technology gap before AI, and dashboards cannot give opinions regarding your data, and now we have this option and we have this power with the AI, basically to have data to have some guidelines based on your data, compare it with your competitors, compare it with your industry, and so on. And dashboard and marketing localization, this is our plan, I think, for the next year, to release the dashboard and the some marketing and some marketing materials in other locations in other languages.
Thank you for your insightful participation. Once again, really short notice, but I'm really happy that you released the report yesterday, not today. So we wouldn't need to postpone this participation for a month. So maybe my amazing helpers can tell me whether we have any questions in the comments. Maybe not. So thank you, Adina. It was a great pleasure to have you here. We'll continue observing what you're doing at Social Insider. So good luck and good luck to your new features.
Thank you so much, and thanks again for the invitation. Thank you.
Didi, back to you now.
It was a lovely conversation, and personally, I'm looking forward to reading the report in details. I think there's a potential for quite good usefulness in what Social Insider has done. So thank you very much. And to Adina. Next topic is related to the skills that are relevant to the market. You know that it's a very, very dynamic market, and luckily LinkedIn is doing some good work here in terms of following the trends, adding more and more skills on the platform, and also because Emo is in blue or in purple, I'm not sure, but we are matching that, so I prefer him to continue this conversation. So Emo, tell us what's the new in the skills area, please.
Thank you very much for the word, Didi. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Eventually.
Yes.
Right. I hope so. I really hope that you can hear me. As for the question of Alex previously, if we have any comments, we don't have any actual comments, like questions yet, but we have a comment from Jeremy Freeman. He's saying morning to Alex, morning to you back, Jeremy. We are very glad to meet you here on LinkedIn on our live stream. Please make sure to leave a comment or a question if you have any. But back to the topic. As you probably know, on the link blog, we share every second week on Monday. We share basically the most important updates about LinkedIn that have happened in the last couple of days, in the last couple of weeks. So last week, like actually this week on Monday, we had our we had actually a very interesting topic that we discussed. It was connected with different topics, but one of the topics that was discussed in the link letter was the top 15 skills that are on the rise for 2025. I was personally, I'm gonna be honest, I was personally not really connected with this link letter myself. I didn't write it as we had our, I had my lovely colleagues to take care of it. But considering the topics that were discussed, I was really intrigued um, of the summary that was made. And the most important was the top 15 skills, as already mentioned. And why am I so kind of triggered, even? Uh, I'm considering myself as a person who knows his skills and as a person who knows what LinkedIn likes, what LinkedIn would like to have on your profile, on your personal profile. And looking through all the 15 skills that are mentioned currently on the list, I have only one listed in my profile from the previous like moments when I was updating my profile. So out of those 15 skills, I have just one relevant with the top 50 skills on the rise for 2025. Uh, um, uh, at least under LinkedIn's influence. Of course, it's important to keep in mind that those skills are relevant in different industries. The majority of the skills connect closely with the AI, also known as artificial intelligence. So some of them are connected to AI, but there are some skills like risk assessment, growth strategy, probably. Those are more, those are skills that are connected with more managers and more middle or high management positions.
Yeah, you should have asked at least one of us. But we can see you now. We can hear you. We can hear Tokyo as well. Of course, he's always the fifth player when there are four of us here. If I can take the stage, um, I guess nothing surprising here regarding the most of the most of the top skills. We see a variety of skills. You've already mentioned innovative thinking, process optimization, um, which is which are, I guess, mandatory in the that's a cliche, but the fast-paced life we are currently living, and plus AI literacy as a number one. I'm not sure whether they are ranked in a way. Are they?
I believe so, yeah. I believe
Yeah.
they are.
So putting AI literacy is probably like what the ability to use Microsoft Word used to be like over a decade ago, and around the time that you were born, let's say. Uh, yeah,
Going
basically
back
that
in
was
the
the
day,
main skill back then. I probably have been to that's been, let's say, 10 or 11 years old. So, but in the mix, we see more detailed and technical skills like large language model development and application, risk assessment, go to market strategy, growth strategy. So, you mentioned that you have only one of those skills. We
Can
all
you guess?
know that you have a lot more. So we're glad to have you here, Emo.
Can you guess which skill is listed on my profile? Actually,
On your profile,
out of those 15, yeah, I have just one. I checked.
let me see. Mm. That's an easy one. Should be public speaking.
Exactly. Yeah.
You owe me a hot chocolate next time. All right, it would be a beer, but don't tell anyone.
Um,
So yeah, pretty dynamic. Did you expect any additional skills that you don't see here?
I'm kind of surprised that, considering, as I said, my point of view, my personal um, work-related life, I see no marketing here, which is, as I said, quite surprising. Probably the AI literacy is not closely, but kind of connected with the marketing, as you should know the AI basics and you should know how to use AI to do marketing and all other stuff. I see no actual programming skills, which is probably kind of shocking considering the vast majority of programmers on LinkedIn. Um, I'm glad that at least there is one direct skill connected to selling, which is the solution-based selling. I'm just checking them on my laptop, so I'm not confusing anything. It's great that you have the selling part on LinkedIn, as people tend to um, to go more and more in depth into how to sell properly and why it is important to know your basics. And the great part here is that the selling is not just selling; it's solution based. So there is an actual problem that probably your audiences have, and people connected to selling are looking for a solution of this problem. It's something like the basics in marketing, that there is a pain and a painkiller, or also known as the panacea, your solution to the problem you're having. So yeah.
I think that you have public speaking on your profile, but you're already a influencer. You're already a trainer, so you are obliged by us to have amazing public speaking skills. But putting public speaking with AI literacy on one level is kind of surprising, since once again, having a basic AI literacy currently should definitely be as important as the ability to use like word processing programs. Uh, and this means that companies, uh, this is a global, uh, let's say, report by LinkedIn. So they have analyzed probably millions of job posts and job offers, having the AI skills and the public speaking skill, which means that and companies are getting more and more aware about the importance of their employees speaking up in public, in, because it's social media, it means in public, basically. That's a good one, and it's kind of surprising to me.
um, if there's a surprise for me, if I can add something here, is that there's just one AI word in this, as far as I saw them, of course. With this huge rise of AI, of course, which is not a surprise for anybody, I would have expected more AI related skills, because, as you know, there are a lot of skills that are partially overlapping. So um, there are a lot of nuances about the same thing sometimes. So I would assume there are other AI skills that are quite popular too, and so they would be up. But probably LinkedIn has tried to make a mix of skills. To wrap up the topic, if you allow, I would ask our viewers to share how many skills they have added to their profiles. That's at least for me curious, because as you know, now you can add up to 100, and whether whether you need to add 100 or not is not a yes/no answer. But surely adding more, and of course relevant skills to your profile, would make you more visible, more easily to find from your future partners, employers, or people that you're going to make mutual projects with. So make sure to refine your profile at least every 3 months, I would say, and check whether there are skills that are not relevant anymore to your profile, and add probably even new for the platform skills that you have acquired, and they are of course relevant to what you do and what you want people to find you with. If you have any questions, of course, feel free to ask them in the comments. Something quite useful and I would say very, very often asked question is when to post on the platform. What is the best time to post on the platform so I can do it every time at this particular time? It's a sacred question, and one that there's not a single training that we don't receive that question. And of course, it's good to base our answers on data. And luckily, now we have some fresh data that Teddy has read, analyzed, and Teddy, I'm curious to inform me when to post.
Yeah, this really is one of the most asked questions. So, when to post on LinkedIn is a topic that crops up every now and then. Now, earlier this week, Sprout Social shared their new report on best times to post on LinkedIn, and even though we don't really have a significant deviation from previous reports, as users' behavior is pretty consistent, I think it is important to take a look at that. Now, understanding the best time to post do allow us to maximize visibility and to drive engagement, to build connections that we want on the network. So it is an integral part of every strategy. And as a general rule, LinkedIn is a platform that is used by businesses and by professionals to share and to learn and connect. So its users are mostly active during business hours, and this study confirms it. We have known this for a long time, but it's really good, as Didi said, to have the data on it. Now, it is interesting that it is also shown that users are more active in the mornings to midday, signifying that LinkedIn is a network we do start our days with, meaning for me that it is a network that we view as a priority. Um, in my opinion, this can also mean that professionals are connecting to LinkedIn in the mornings when they are with a clear head. They are much more focused. They want to read something, but also they're connecting to LinkedIn when they want to plan ahead, meaning when they're looking for their next potential connection, their next potential buyer or partner, or even when they need to schedule their meetings. This is significant because it's a stark contrast to something that a lot of people continue to think about, the the network, meaning, oh, this is just a place to find a job and to recruit. No, the data shows that really do people pay attention to the network. Now, when it comes down to the roles of the admins of the LinkedIn company pages, something that we here are way too familiar with, the reports show that Tuesday to Thursdays are the best days to publish. Again, for me, honestly, there is little to no surprise here. These are the days that we are most focused and open minded to receive new information. The week has just started. Monday is universally viewed as a day that we take on a lot of work and we take on a lot of strategic meetings. And then on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, we're much more relaxed as we want to explore new opportunities. Friday, of course, it's a wrap up of the week, and we generally tend to focus much more on internal matters. But those 3 days in the middle of the week are shown to be the time when people are much more open for new opportunities and for consuming new content. So I would suggest that admins maximize this attention of people. However, the content shared and consumed during weekends continues to stay low. And in my opinion, with the rise of the video content on the platform and the new formats, we will soon see a change in this no LinkedIn on the weekends behavior. So, to throw back the ball and ask, the audience, do you have this no LinkedIn on the weekend tradition, or do you keep on using the network? For me, LinkedIn is something that I do use on daily basis to consume content, because it's a network that I enjoy, but the data shows something different. So it's going to be very interesting to explore. Uh, Alex, I know that you use LinkedIn as well on the weekends. You often share updates that are a little bit a mixture between thought leadership, things that you have learned about management, and things from your personal life, even a mundane experience on learning a new skill. Uh, what is your view on this sort of content to post on the weekends?
Well, I think that the right answer, if of course there is a right answer at all, regarding the content types and formats we should publish on LinkedIn, is something that you just mentioned: the rise of video. Adina mentioned it as well. Last month, LinkedIn uh, shared some information that the rise on video is over 36-37% year on year, which means that one third of the videos we have them more, even one quarter of the videos we see here didn't exist as an amount last year. The same numbers we have regarding viewership. So I guess we are about to see whether this new format, which is being pushed by the platform, of course, the algorithm almighty is probably pushing a video format, whether this will lead to longer life of this exact content format. So we keep experimenting with videos. Um, Last week, together with Demo, we were at Birmingham at the Uplift Life conference. Jeremy, who Emo mentioned earlier, is one of the organizers, together with John Espirian and Gus Bandau. So those three guys have done amazing things. There were over half a dozen amazing speakers. One of them, Joma Bannister, spoke over 40 minutes about the video format on LinkedIn, what's working, what's not. So uh, this thing, it's not only on the rise because of the basically because the format is pretty new to LinkedIn in the current situation that we have, or we used to have, and we will probably have back in a couple of weeks, the video feed, but also because of the thought leader ads, which seems to be the new hottest format for advertising, full of thought leadership content, easier to extract some insights, and it's basically preferred by companies currently. I've seen dozens of advertisers using mostly thought leader ads, which means content published by their employees or their ambassadors, which is basically sponsored by the company page. This is a huge trend. We're going to see more of it. And I think this is going to redefine the not just the times we post, but the longevity of the LinkedIn updates.
Yeah, I agree. And honestly, you've mentioned the lack of the video feed. I miss it greatly because the video format is something that I'm greatly used to, and it's very entertaining for me, and it is very easy to digest. And on the weekends, I usually tend to stick more to the video format. So I miss the feed. I'm sure it will come back soon. So. I think it will be something similar to what you just said, that this is something that will take us over, and I wish that more professionals would actually get out of this fear of self-deprecation, that people need to look perfect, need to have the perfect equipment and perfect dictionary and perfect everything to be in front of the camera. I think that if we see videos on LinkedIn that are much more in the sense that we just have the professional, the person who wants to share something, it doesn't need to be super curated. And I think that this will distinguish the platform from other platforms like Instagram or TikTok, that now LinkedIn these days starts to be unjustifiably compared to, I think. So I think this will be a step in the right direction. But speaking about other news from recently, that
If you allow me to add something, probably because we before we change the topic, you mentioned the way companies use video, and just yesterday or maybe a couple of days ago, Siemens announced their latest acquisition, and they did it in the same way that you have described, via a personalized, well prepared, uh, and yet pretty informal announcement by the group CEO, Roland Bush, and I'm about to show it to you. If you give me just a couple of seconds, uh, and I think it's worth analyzing because maybe yes, it should be on the screen now. You
yeah.
see a CEO of a multi-billion-dollar international global company announcing a, let's see whether we have the amount, probably a huge one. Uh, he's wearing his sweater. He's speaking. You see, there's no corporate BS there. He's basically addressing some fears that many people have. How is the industry going to change? How Siemens is continuing to expand in this certain industry. So really cool to listen to watch. You can see there is no special there are no special effects, there is no heavy editing here, and it's not just a talking head. But unfortunately, our own format, this particular one is based on talking heads. But uh, you can see that. Do you trust this guy here?
Oh
Not
yeah.
not the one with the beard, the one who people are seeing on their screens. He seems pretty close to his audience. Really informal. We don't see any suit or tie. So, and this will be the trend that is about to keep growing.
Yeah, I also love that the video is not over branded. You don't have a lot of logos. He's not wearing a shirt with the logo. There is no logo on the video. I like that. I think it's very refreshing.
Yeah, I think it's just the Siemens blue on the focus keyword on
Yeah,
the
Mm,
captions. That's it.
good.
yeah.
Mm, no,
Yeah,
I
we lost both Didi and Demo, but hope they will be back soon. Maybe we should ask our viewers their favorite call to action. Guys, if you want to ask us anything about LinkedIn,
now's the time.
yeah, just write it down in the comments below the video. Okay, Teddy, let's stay on the video topic since you are pretty experienced Instagrammer, Bookstagrammer. So, what trends in real creation, video creation, do you think we can borrow from Instagram and bring them up to LinkedIn?
Honestly, video challenges. This is something that I want to see on LinkedIn. I have shared this before, but not in this format. Now, one of the things that I miss in LinkedIn is virality, but not just one person shares something and the post goes viral and there is hundreds of comments and everyone is sharing. I miss the challenges that we used to have, especially on Instagram. Later on, they went to TikTok because for me this is very important. On LinkedIn, I believe that we as professionals we can create challenges that are based on our skills and that are based on our knowledge and the goal of sharing this knowledge, but we can make it into a viral chain of professionals from multiple cultures, from even multiple industries, and we can create that into a trend. So honestly, this is something that I want to see in the professional network. I myself have not yet decided and figured out maybe the best way to try and start such a trend. But this is something that I think with the video content on LinkedIn, we can try and we can show that just like we talked, we're not corporate robots. We're not just some people who go on LinkedIn to tap themselves on the shoulder and to say, "Oh, I'm such a great professional." We're also people who can smile and are ready to share their knowledge, even in a way that is maybe not something that we would do 20 years ago, but we live in the present and we're sticking up to the trends. So yeah, this is it. What would you think? What do you think that it's missing out on LinkedIn? Because I know that you watch a lot of videos from professional, especially thought leaders. What do you think it's missing there?
What I think is missing is, of course, your first video challenge. Since we at Bookmark, and of course the Ask Us Anything format, uh, our frequent viewers know that we love challenging one another. So um, this is my challenge to you. We have a pretty important masterclass coming in less than a couple of weeks. So maybe one final push, even though there aren't many free spots. So maybe you should start this new wave. And personally, I've seen most of the video content I see in my feed, and this is what I like about the feature, is that it's pretty focused. I don't see the viral tear-jerking updates that used to be seen frequently on LinkedIn a couple of years ago. Now, most of the content I see is really focused regarding my personal interests, the type of and topics of content that I usually engage with. So I see people who are basically doing it really well. I follow this Italian guy who is basically mimicking probably sales calls, cold sales calls, while he's playing with Lego bricks. Another marketing guy who is chopping pineapple basically all the time. So I miss the fun, and there should be a lot of fun if you can do something irregular while recording your videos. This might do the work, since it's not just the content anymore. LinkedIn is a real social network now. There are a lot of content creators. Uh, yeah, it was about time, of course. It's been over a decade with uh, mostly everything we're covering here regarding the video format on the other social networks, but it's here on LinkedIn now, so you're competing with 1 billion other users. So you should find your own approach.
Yeah, it's here to stay, as they say. And although at some points, LinkedIn is becoming more like the other platforms. Still, luckily for me, as a LinkedIn fan, there are certain features that still differentiate the network and make it preferable for some things like B2B business, for example. One such thing is the advertising opportunities. It gives the super possibilities to focus on certain great targeting. And actually, my topic, which I had prepared for today, is to speak about the new updates in Campaign Manager, which is the advertising platform of LinkedIn. There are some new features. No surprise, they are related to the AI power, which we all love to see in every aspect of the online presence we have. You can see on the screen. Thank you, Alex. One of the things is that I'm just going to make the bigger screen. You see the campaign manager. Under plan on the left hand side, we see now a media planner. This is a predictive tool which can help you see what the results of your campaign could be before you launch it. So you can add a certain campaign to it, and you will see a graph, a simple graph, or you can start putting the the properties you want to add to your campaign, like what is the audience, what budget you're going to add, and just insert these key metrics, and you can see the forecast of your campaign, including there is return of investment feature, which can, of course, it will vary. You can't expect that the actual campaign is going to have these results, but the AI tools help us see what we're going to have. You can see from here the budget. With the budget we have, the impressions are going to rise for this campaign, and this is what has actually happened. So this tool is recommended for you to analyze your campaigns, and of course, based on these results, to make plans for your next campaign. You can switch from reach to percentage and see, for example, what is the result you have achieved. Another thing which is quite nice, actually, I have wished to have that a lot of times, making campaigns on LinkedIn, is to duplicate an ad. It's not a rocket science, it's not something huge, but actually, if you have run ads, probably you have been irritated at some point that you want to duplicate an ad, make the same ad in another campaign, or even in another account, and you have to copy, paste, open another window or tab, and make that manual work. Now you can skip that and save some time, make a coffee instead, or may run another ad, why not? And just click on duplicate and move that new ad, new identical ad, to another campaign or another account. One other new thing, it's the third one. Alex, if you can share again, that was very lovely for me, easier to remember what's new. It's a new dashboard. Again, it gives us measurement insights. You see, actually, LinkedIn is helping you to see what's new. If you are wondering whether or where to search, that there is a button new under measurement. You see here insights. So here you can compare different campaigns and see the key metrics about them for a certain period you want to see with the key metrics and the key objectives. For example, you can see that for this campaign, the awareness stage has reached a very good amount of your target. Then the consideration, the qualified leads, of course, are lower. You see the exact numbers as well. And probably you can make some amendments here.
If you allow me, Didi, to add a few things. LinkedIn's explanation about what we see here in the funnel analysis is based not on what's in your CRM, but what the amount of companies that engage on the different what we see here, the amount of companies that are engaged or somehow influenced, like the on awareness, of course, we have reach, uh, campaigns using objectives for the different stages of the funnel. So if we have awareness campaigns, all the engagement, all the influence, we see it here in this particular widget. You see the reach, the impressions. Fortunately, I'm not sure why we don't see any dwell time, but I love that we have the dwell time, since now we see how effective our ads, even if the people we reach don't engage, don't click, don't leave any reactions. And of course, on the, let's say, consideration stage of the funnel, we also see once again clicks, video views, which is my favorite, in fact, thing to measure. We see who has engaged, key thing to look at, since this give you an answer to a key question. Are you reaching the audience you want to reach? Especially if somehow people have forgotten to untick the audience expansion option while preparing their audience. You might see really low level people here, which are not decision makers, and it's basically you're burning down part of your budget. So you have applications, job functions, not just job seniority. So do you need those people here, which are basically making most of the engagement, or you are aiming at really different audience? This is the best thing about LinkedIn. You can target precisely, you can target the right people. You don't have this anything around the other types of social networks. But even though this is the main sales value proposition of LinkedIn, they are currently experimenting with adding some behavioral data about the potential leads, the potential buyers. So the buyer intent layer and the buyer intent type of audiences that they're trying to add to Campaign Manager, which is in beta, is a thing that's probably going to develop in the future. So most of the people who have seen commenting this on LinkedIn are basically not really happy, probably because, as usual, we don't know what stands behind this type of data. But let's see. And the more people test it, the more people use it and share their own insights, the more we will know.
Yeah. Basically, use these great possibilities for measurement while your ad campaigns are running, because you have the opportunity to edit your campaign. And for example, as Alex showed, you see what exactly, for example, positions of people see your ad. And if for any reason these are not your people, not your target, you can just exclude them, for example. And there is a lot of precision and details that you can observe during your campaign is running. So yeah, use these free tools that LinkedIn has given us, and share if you have any comments or questions about your ad campaigns. We are here to help. It's one of our lovely things to do on the platform, and we'll talk about it more in the next months, believe me. We're not hearing him.
We're
Not,
not
not on
hearing
me.
you.
Okay,
Of course you're not. Of course
I
you're
was
not.
giving him a few seconds to see if the problem is in me.
Yeah. So I hope you're not hearing all the trams and
No.
ambulances as well. But yeah, it is what it is. I was saying that I'm pretty sad that there were no questions at all today. But we had an amazing guest, Adina Jipa from Social Insider. So if you have joined us in the second half of today's Ask Us Anything About LinkedIn What's the opposite of fast forward? Switch backwards?
Backward.
I don't know.
Just watch it again. Uh, thanks, Teddy, Alex, Emo, was so impatient to leave and start working. Thank you, Emo, for covering us while we are having fun in this life. Thanks everybody for watching us or listening to us. And join us in May, the first Friday of May, for the next edition. Have a lovely weekend and see you soon.